Hello. Thank you for joining me for this video. We're going to talk about anxiety today. I would like to ask you to find a comfortable place where you can sit or lay down to watch this video, where you can take some time for yourself without any distractions. Just breathe and relax into it. We're going to chit-chat and pull some cards and try to quell your anxiety before you go to sleep. A lot of the time, we find it difficult to go to sleep because we have some anxiety, and it's sometimes not even obvious. Anxiety is not the easiest thing necessarily to identify because it can manifest in so many different ways. So, yeah, it can be kind of hard to tell that you have anxiety. You might have anxiety without even noticing it. And so, with the help of the tarot, we're going to try and relax you a little bit to allow you to let go some of the problems, some of the tension that you have accumulated throughout the day. We're going to let all of that go. We're going to release it out into the universe. It's going to dissolve, and it's going to be just a memory, and you'll be able to go to sleep. Alright, so first off, I'd like to ask you to subscribe if you haven't already. If you enjoy these types of videos, by subscribing you will be, and hitting the notification bell, you will be notified of any new videos that I'm uploading. I'm uploading every day until the end of March, every night. So if you don't want to miss new videos, I recommend that you subscribe. And if you would like to support my work another way, you can book a personal reading with me where we can have a look at any specific situation that you have in your life that you might want to see some new perspectives on, where you would like to get some answers or some guidance. All right. So we're starting out with the Six of Wands here. If you can open your eyes, if you're too tired to do it, don't worry about it. But if you can, please have a look at the image of this glorious march, this victory march that the Six of Wands represents. If you are too tired to open your eyes, I'm going to briefly describe what we can see in this illustration of the Six of Wands. There's a person who's elevated, potentially sitting on a horse, walking into a crowd that's celebrating them. There's a dove, a white dove, flying above his head. And he seems to be very proud of his achievements, of how welcome he is. And on, some more information on that bird that's flying above his head, there's someone in the crowd holding an open cage. So this card, it's very much about releasing your true potential and allowing your true confidence to shine and to come to the forefront. And if you can, I'd like to ask you to take a couple of deep breaths and think about some of the things that you have done very well today. Some minor achievement. It could be a big achievement, but it doesn't have to be. If you have any sort of minor victory that occurred throughout this day, I would like you to now remember it. And with each breath that you're taking, you're integrating the experience of success. And with every sigh of relief, you are discovering that you have agency and that you are capable of achieving great things. That you have all the answers available to you at all times. It's a matter of confidence whether you find those answers. And if you don't at any given moment, that's okay too. The Six of Wands is teaching you that it's okay to be proud of yourself. It's okay to have self-esteem. That the more self-respect you have, the more capable you become of respecting others as well. The easier you find it to compliment yourself, the easier it's going to be to compliment others and to like others. It all begins with self-love. Let's continue. What else is there? Let's see. What else can I tell you? What affirmations can we work with? And here is the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is similar to the Six of Wands in that he is also looking for the euphoria, the accomplishment, the satisfaction of doing well. But while with the Six of Wands, which is a card connected with the energy of fire, with the Knight of Cups, we have a tendency to want to do well on an emotional level. The Knight of Cups is a character that is intensely interested in the romantic ideal of perfection on an emotional level, the perfect romance, the perfect friendship, the perfect ideal emotional state. Now, the problem with the Knight of Cups is that he is not very experienced. He's less knowledgeable of how to manage his own feelings and how to interpret other people's feelings. So his ability to regulate his own emotions is somewhat underdeveloped. And this deficit can present itself in a myriad of different ways, also possibly in anxiety. So the source of your anxiety might be your idealized version of yourself, the ideal emotional reactions, the ideal personality, the ideal relationship, and the weight of these imaginary, idealized versions of your life and of yourself are weighing heavily on you. It is important to remind yourself that you are capable of being that productive fire, being that leader, being very successful, having the capacity to do great things. You have that within you. But just because you have it, it's not an imperative, and especially not in the realm of water. So when it comes to fire, that has to do with your actions, and you can very actively try to do well in certain areas, for example, working out or reforming your habits in general, or showing self-discipline and working hard and all of that. You can do a lot in that arena, but when it comes to water, when it comes to your feelings, it comes down to the ability to let go, and much less to effort that you're actively putting into it. You cannot force yourself to feel things, no matter how much you would like to be in a certain emotional state. It might not be available to you, and that's fine. Part of your anxiety comes from thinking that you need to be perfect, that you need to do well at all times, that you need to correspond to an ideal. But that ideal is not made of flesh and blood. You are. And you can have off days. You can have problems. You can act immature and childish sometimes. And it's okay if you're having a little bit of anxiety right now. But you might be noticing that since the beginning of this video, your anxiety level has gone down. And that's simply because you've been focusing on your breathing, and you've been allowing yourself to be less than perfect. Because you can be. Both of these things are true. You are capable of amazing things. You can do a lot. You can work intensely with lots of passion. But you're also under no obligation to be perfect when it comes to your feelings. You don't have to give the perfect answer. You don't have to understand and empathize with everything necessarily. You can have your limitations and your flaws, and it's fine. I hope that you enjoy this reading. May you rest well. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see you tomorrow.